Ok, rap futuristico. Rap futuristico. Rap futuristico.
I think especially against Spain, to begin with, they had a great start to the tournament, utilising a 3-5-2. We all commented and thought, well, this could either go one way or the other, and it went very well. It went positively, and they looked really good. However, the game against Croatia that followed left a bit more doubt in Azzurri fans' minds, because Italy started to show a trend that they showed against Spain and continued through Croatia, and they tended to drop off a little bit. But they did pick it up against Ireland, and I think overall Italy have got a lot of positives to take into the game against England coming up on Sunday. But there still needs a bit of improvement. So overall, I think I'm pleased, obviously, because they're qualified. But there's a couple of doubts in my mind as an Italy fan, because I think there are some things that could catch them out, especially on Sunday. Player of the tournament, it's got to be Andrea Pirlo, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, 3 games, 2 assists, 1 goal. It's just set the scene of a guy who's just carried his form from his title-winning season at Juventus right into the Italy team, and he's done fantastically well. I think when like at Juventus, like Milan beforehand, when Pirlo was playing well, Italy play well as well, and he can pick the passes in the 3-5-2, which works very well because the wing backs play with him exceptionally. I've seen several opportunities against Spain and Croatia where he was picking out Maggio and latterly Abate and Balzaretti against Ireland, and I think that really works. I think a good shout has to be given to Marchisio, who's been fantastic against Spain and Croatia. Not so much against Ireland. I felt he was a bit quiet. I mentioned that in the player ratings I gave after the game. But I think the Juve contingent as a whole actually have been really great. Perhaps aside from Giaccherini, they've all been fantastic in their respective duties in Juventus and Italy. I think it'll be a revisit to the 4-3-1-2 that we saw against Ireland. I think Prandelli will appreciate that against a team like England that employs a lot of width through the likes of Chamberlain, Young, Walcott. I think the tendency to have a back four will be really important. To have wing backs that are deep, that can successfully nullify the threat of a winger, I think will be very important. And I think the 4-3-1-2 is especially important as well, because it gives Pirlo the bodyguard element that he has needed throughout his career to maintain his success. I mean, when at Milan he was flanked by Gattuso and Ambrosini. At Juventus he's now flanked by Marchisio and Vidal, and I think for Italy against England he should be flanked by Daniele De Rossi and Claudio Marchisio, and I think that would work best for Italy, with Thiago Motta or Antonio Nocerino in front of those behind a Cassano and Balotelli duo. I think that'll be the best one for Italy, and I think that'll be the one that gets the most success out of the game, in my opinion. I think it's just the best formation for them, the most fluid, and allows them to keep possession easier without the jauntiness and uncomfort of the 3-5-2. That's a very good question, and the obvious choice would probably be Rooney, considering his enormous talent. But I think, considering the loss of Chiellini, a massive physical presence, if he starts, then I really think Carroll could have a really big effect for England. I think his physical presence in the game, specifically against Sweden when he scored that wonderful goal, and against Ukraine, he provides something that not many forwards in Europe provide, and that is a massive physical presence, and he gives England an out. And if Italy are pressing well, and England are playing deep and have their backs against the wall, at any point one of the defenders or Joe Hart can literally just shoot the ball 80 yards and Carroll will go and win it, and chances are he probably will against Bonucci or Barzagli, because he's that big and that tall and that physical, and Italy don't tend to react well to physical threats and physical players, and I think if he plays, Carroll could really have a great effect. If he doesn't, then the pace of Ashley Young, who was when he was fit, had a fantastic season at Manchester United, and I think could really cause some problems, especially to Abate if he plays, or Maggio, because I'm not really too convinced on either one's defensive characteristics. So if it's not Carroll, then I think Young could really cause some problems. In a word, yes. I think Italy man for man have a better squad than England. I think Italy have had a better preparation. Doubters will again point to the Calcio Scamesi scandal having a negative effect on the squad, but history proves that Italy do tend to react well under these circumstances. I think that England's tactics at the moment seem to kind of play into Italy's hands as well. The tendency for Roy Hodgson's England to sit deep and allow themselves to be dominated by every team that has played them so far will definitely play towards Italy's possession style game. And I think with Andrea Pirlo in the middle of the midfield for Italy, if he works and he plays well and does his job, then Italy should progress. If the enigmas for Italy come off, i.e. Cassano, Balotelli, and we combine that with a good Pirlo performance, then I think Italy can and probably should progress. Yes.